Welcome everybody, and thank you for joining us today for the ACT training webinar series for this month, August of 2024. Today's topic, we're gonna discuss ACT Premium Cloud Mobile. And for those of you who are new to this series, we do this every month on the last Wednesday of the month. If you have questions during this session, please ask us in the Q&A panel inside Zoom. We have some folks online here who are going to help answer some of those questions. All I ask is that you stay on topic today. We're talking about ACT Premium Cloud Mobile. This session is being recorded. We get this question all the time. And yes, we're recording it. We will send you a link on how you can access the recording after the session is over. Also, if you go to act.com/explore, that'll take you to a page where all of our previous sessions have been recorded, and you can view those for free at any time. At the end of this session, we're going to send you a survey, or you might have your browser might pop up a survey that we'd like you to take, just to let us know how we're doing on these webinars, and if you have any other suggestions that you'd like us to pursue in future webinars, just drop us a line and let us know. We're very interested in delivering the information that you want to know. So let's begin. First of all, my name is Brent Milner. I've been working with ACT for over 18 years now. My job here is to create training videos, to deliver demonstrations and webinars like this, to train our employees and partners and customers like you. I live in northern Arizona, and it's beautiful right now. I can't get enough of it. Our agenda today is I'm gonna give you a live demonstration of the ACT Premium Cloud Mobile application. I'm gonna show you through a lot of sections, getting started, how to even begin, where do you get it, how do you change some of the preferences on your application, working with contacts, adding and editing contacts, viewing notes and history. We're going to look at the different calendar views that are there, how to create activities, clear activities. We'll go through opportunities, how to view your list of opportunities and even sort and filter them, promote them, close the opportunities. And then we're going to look at different search options that are also available here in APC Mobile. So let's start. Give you a little introduction here to ACT Premium Cloud Mobile. Now, our brand new mobile app, ACT Premium Cloud Mobile, this was released to the market just this past month, within the last month, and it's available for both iOS and Android users. This was built from the ground up using the latest design and usability standards. This was purpose-built also for mobile use cases, meaning it's got just what you need, where you need it, and that way you can be extremely productive on the go. We didn't try to cram in every single feature under the stars where it doesn't belong in a mobile app. So this mobile app is very slick, and we're already getting some great feedback about it across the board. Inside ACT Premium Cloud Mobile, you can search for contacts, you can get access, you can edit contacts, you can work with calendars, opportunities, activities, notes, and history, all the usual suspects that you would want to see or that you use most often. And it's very quick. You can also make phone calls and send texts or emails with one simple click within the application. I'll show you how that works too. There's also some really neat innovative features like the proximity search. This will help you locate customers or prospects within a certain geographic boundary on a map. And really, it lets you drill down into their records with ease from that view. If you haven't downloaded the app, here's a QR code on the screen. You can scan it, and it'll take you right to the store where you can download it. I'll show this to you at the end of the webinar as well. So let's get started here, and let's look at some of the stuff I want to show you here. Beginning with download and installation. I'll show you where you can download it. I'm already logged in, so when you log in, you're gonna use your same ACT Premium Cloud Mobile, your ACT Premium Cloud login credentials. So your email and your password, and that's it. If you have multiple databases like I do on this screenshot, it'll list your databases together, and you just select the one that you want to access. But let's jump in here. See, I've got my little phone. I got my phone mirrored on the screen here. So you're looking at my live phone right now. And the reason I'm mirroring it here is because I want you to see where my mouse is going, where my finger would be tapping, so that you can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Now, I mentioned that it's available in both the Apple Store and the Google Store. This is the logo you're looking for. When you put in ACT as a search term, you're going to find all kinds of things out there. So make sure you're looking for this ACT logo on the dark blue background. Make sure the company name has the exclamation mark in there. I don't want you to get confused with a different product. So just install that like you would any other app, and you'll be ready to go. Okay, once you log in, you're going to be taken to this home screen. And we'll talk about that in just a little bit, but I want to show you some areas of customization or preferences that you can change. So in the top right corner, when you click on this little icon, it'll take you to your account screen where you can see your username and all that stuff. There's a settings area here, which is, we're going to be adding some settings to this in a little bit. Right now it doesn't do anything, but we're going to be adding different settings that you can change here shortly. You can provide feedback to us to give us some constructive criticism or things that you like about it, some things you'd like to see. You can put that right in here within this provide feedback screen. We've been getting some good feedback already on that. And then in the appearance area, you can change what kind of mode you'd like to use. There's two choices here, light or dark. If I choose light mode, it's really bright. It's too much for my eyes, so I prefer the dark mode, but everybody has their own preference of what they want here. If you choose automatic, it's going to try and detect what your phone uses overall, whether your phone uses light or dark mode, and it'll adapt that here as well. So that is where you can change those settings. Now on the home screen, notice at the bottom are the navigation buttons: home, contacts, calendar, and opportunities. And then this quick add button if you want to add new contacts, activities, opportunities, or histories. There's an add button down there to quickly do that. On the home screen, it's broken up into 3 or 4 different areas. I mentioned at the top, here we have this upcoming activities area. So this is going to show you the 3 nearest upcoming activities assigned to you. So this won't show activities assigned to other people. It'll show activities assigned to you. And you just click any of these or tap any of these, and it'll take you into the details for that activity. Next up, we have this recently added section. This shows you the contacts that you've added within the last 30 days. When you go into here, it's going to list them off for you. This is useful if you are a sales manager and you want to see, which contacts have been added by your team over the last 30 days. This will show you that list. So that's kind of useful to get a quick look at those most recently added contacts. And then right next to it is recently edited contacts. So if you want to see a list of contacts who have been edited within the last 30 days, that's what this is showing here. Beneath that is open opportunities. It just gives you a quick look at how many opportunities there are in your database that are open, and then the estimated value of those opportunities. You can tap any of these arrows to go directly to those sections. So if I tap this arrow, it's going to take me into my opportunities area inside ACT, as the same as this button down below would do. And then down below that is our proximity search, which I'm going to show you at the end of the session today. So contacts. I'm going to show you how you can add, how you can edit, you can search for contacts, and then even within the contacts themselves, you can view notes, create notes, and same thing with history. So let's take a look at our contact records here. I'm going to click the contacts or tap the contacts button at the bottom navigation area, and this will load a list of my contacts in alphabetical order. As I scroll down, you'll see a little pause every once in a while. That's because it's procedurally loading the contacts from my database. That's a lot quicker than trying to load for me. I think I have 400 or 500 contacts in this database. So if you have thousands of contacts, it's not going to take the time to load them all before it displays it. We've done it in a procedural manner so that it's quicker for you. So adding and editing contacts is real simple. From the contacts area, I can either tap this plus button at the top, or as before, I could go to this add window and choose contact. Either way, we'll add a contact. When we do that, it's going to just have a few basic fields here. So let's put in a contact record. Let's see, this is going to be my friend Grady Akers, who works over at 903 Brewers, and he's the owner, and his website is 903brewing.com. ID status field works like you'd expect it to. It's a checkbox field, so you can select more than one option here. If you want it to be like a friend or prospect, just scroll through and check those things, and it'll add multiple options to that field. When we add a phone number, you first choose what kind of phone number it is. So right now it defaults to mobile, but you can change that to any of these other options here for phone number. And then we just type in the number, which is 903-555. And I always use fake data here so that we don't accidentally call somebody. So entering your details here is that simple. Once you're finished entering contact details, just tap save at the top, and it's going to save this new contact record. Now, automatically, it's going to take me into the detail view, which we'll look at in just a minute. But when you're editing a contact, the same thing applies. So let's say that I'm back in my contacts area and I'm looking at my list, and I want to edit this contact that I just created, but maybe I want to search for him. So if I search for GR, it's going to automatically do that search. I didn't have to enter or anything there, but it's showing me a lot of GRs. So maybe I want to fine tune that and just add a couple more letters. It'll automatically update this search to find the one that I want. From here, I can tap on that name, and it'll take me into the detail view. And so from here, I could edit this contact by using this sort of pencil button at the top. I'll tap that, and let's say that I want to add this person's email address. We'll just put in Grady at 903. Okay, and maybe their address too. When you tap address, it's going to ask you what address do you want to select. So I'd choose business address here, and then I'm just going to type in his address. So it'll be 1718. Oops, and it does help you find the exact address. The more you type, the more information comes up. So here he is in Sherman, Texas. I'll choose that, and it'll populate the rest of the fields as I would expect it to do. I'll click save again. And now this contact has been successfully edited, and I can start viewing his details. While viewing the details for the contacts, you can see if you have any upcoming activities or past activities that have not yet been cleared. So that's the difference between the upcoming and the past tabs here on the activities area. As long as the activity hasn't been cleared, it'll show up here, and then it just determines whether that date is in the future or the past. Cleared activities always end up in the history area. This About tab lets me look at the details that I've added. You can see the ID status fields are located at the top, and they're color-coded, so it looks really nice and clean. I can directly email or send a text to Grady by just tapping this text button, and it's going to use your phone's text app, whichever text app you use there. You can choose it, and it'll just directly use your phone's app to do that. Okay. Same thing with emails and phone calls. It's going to use your phone's application to do either of those functions when you tap any of those buttons. We can create notes just by going to the notes area, and then there's a little plus icon inside this notes area. When you tap that, create notes. So 903. Type in that note, tap save, and then that note will appear in the notes area for this contact. Not only that, I will mention that when you're using Act Premium Cloud Mobile, you're logging in directly to your database. There's no need to do any kind of synchronizations or anything. All of this information you see is live. So if I logged into my APC, my Act Premium Cloud account, this note would be instantly created and visible for anybody who can access this person's record. You can also see any opportunities. Slide this to the right or left a little bit, and then you can see history records too. So this is going to record any history just like it would in ACT. This will be available live as well. One thing I didn't mention at the top is that Act Premium Cloud Mobile is only available if you're on the Act Premium Cloud account. If you're a desktop user, as we mentioned in the email that we sent out, Act Premium Cloud is not available for desktop users. It's for Act Premium Cloud Mobile customers only. I can create a history record here as well. If I had a lunch with this contact, just choose the history type. Let's say it was a meeting that I had with him. And we'll say the result of the meeting was it was held. And it was regarding, we'll just say impromptu lunch. Oh, can't type. Meeting. And if I want, I can select the duration and set the day and time. We'll say that this meeting happened yesterday. And I'll say that the time was, we'll say it was at noon. 12 is at the top. 12 o'clock p.m. Okay, so we had a meeting yesterday, and it already includes this contact record because I accessed this history record from within the context of the contact record, so it automatically adds him in there. But if other contacts also showed up for this meeting, I can just type in 3 letters of their name, and it'll list, it'll do a quick search for all the other contacts in my database that might apply, and I can add them one by one here. Click Save, and this history record will get saved for both contacts that I've added here. When I go back, I can see here's my history record that was just saved. So working with contacts is super easy. You can search, you can add, you can edit contacts, you can create notes and history records, and then also see any opportunities and activities that might appear for your contacts as you're looking at them through Act Premium Cloud Mobile. Let's see, next up, I want to look at the calendar area. So the calendar area has several different views. We've got 4 different views available. You can create any activities from several different places, and you can view them in the calendar. You can edit these activities, and you can also clear them all within the mobile app. So let's jump in here again, and let's do that. I'll begin by tapping the calendar button at the bottom of the screen, and it's going to take me to my daily view for today. So I have 3 calendar options for me today, and this is only showing my own records. Any activities that I'm the organizer of or that I'm the owner of, it'll show up here. It doesn't yet show activities for other users, so I'm only looking at my own users here. I can quickly switch between a daily view to a weekly view, and it'll show me a grid of this week for what's going on. Now, you can always swipe right and swipe left to see the previous week or the current week, and it'll show you all that, all those details as well. Same thing with the daily view. I didn't mention that, but if you swipe right and left, it'll take you to, I'm trying to swipe with my mouse, it's not as easy, but it'll take you to the daily view for those days. In the monthly view, it's the same. It shows you a monthly grid of all your activities. Now, I'm choosing to show my cleared activities, so that's why you're seeing all these activities in the past that have the strike through notation there. That means it's an activity that's been cleared, but I'm still displaying them on my calendar so that I can see what I've done at a glance. And then again, of course, swiping right and left will get you to the next month or the previous month. And then finally, we have a task list view, which will show all of your activities for the current day. Actually, I've gone to a previous day, so let me go back to today's view here and get into, let me go to my monthly view here. We need to add a today button so that you can quickly jump back in today. But if I go to my monthly view and I click on today's date, it'll take me back to today's daily view. From here, it'll show me my task list. It shows me Wednesday, August 28th, and then all the tasks that are scheduled for today. Now, I've put in a request to have another option on this task list view to show me just all upcoming tasks regardless of date and time. So I expect that will be coming here shortly. But from any of these tasks, of course, you can just tap on them and it'll take you to the detail view for any of these tasks where you can now look at them. We have links directly to the contact. So if I tap that contact's name, it'll take me into that contact record. So you can see how we're just easy. It's easy to navigate around everywhere based upon what it is that you're doing. Let's say I wanted to not only look at this activity, but maybe I want to clear this activity or make it or edit it, whatever I want to do. The ellipses button at the top of the screen lets you either edit, cancel, or clear the activity. So maybe I wanted to edit this activity and change its, I don't know, its time. Maybe I wanted to make it 9 o'clock instead of 11 o'clock. One of the things that I think is coming is the automatic calculation of an end time based upon your start time and duration. That I think is coming here soon as well. So I've edited that, it's changed the time. But now what if I want to clear this activity? So I've had this phone call with this contact and I want to report the results of it. So from the ellipses button at the top, I'm going to choose clear activity. And just like you'd expect, I can choose the type of resolution. Did I leave a message? Was this a call that they made to me, meaning I received it? Did I attempt it and not have any results, or did I complete the call? So I'm going to choose completed. I'll click OK, and then I can enter any description from the phone call that we had. We are clear to go ahead. Whatever I need to do there. Now I have some options as well. I can choose to remove this activity from my calendar when I clear it if I check the box. If I don't check the box, then it will stay on my calendar and we'll see that strike through showing me that it's a cleared activity. So you have that option here to remove it or not. It'll still keep a history record. It'll just remove it from your visible calendar. And then at the bottom, I can choose to just clear this activity or clear it and schedule a follow-up. So sometimes as the resolution of your phone calls and meetings, you come away with action items and you say, oh, let's have a phone call next week, or let's follow up with another meeting at a certain time. That's when you would use this clear and schedule follow-up. So I'm just going to clear this though. To clear this activity, mark it as an activity that's cleared. So now it doesn't show up for this contact in the upcoming or past activities, but over on the right, it'll show up as a cleared history item. If I go back to my calendar for today, it shows this now with a strike through, meaning it's cleared, and I can move on to my next options. If I go to my task list for today, it shows up here as well as being a cleared activity. If I needed to create a new activity, that's really easy to do as well. You can do it from several different places. So if I'm on my home screen, I can always choose the add button. That add button in the lower right gets you to the 4 main things that you would usually create. Now, the trick is, if I choose to create an activity from here, it's not going to include any contacts in this contact area. And that's because I haven't been looking at the context of a contact. So I would have to go in here and manually add that contact. That's why I prefer to go to the contacts area first, look up my contact, and then from here, go to the activities area and create the activity from here. Because then for me, that will automatically add this contact as an association once I save it. So I think that's the best way to create activities. Okay, next up, let's look at opportunities. So in the opportunities area, you'll be able to see all of the opportunities in your database, not just the ones you own, but all the opportunities from all of your users. And you can sort, filter by a lot of different criteria. You can even create opportunities on the fly from within the ACT Premium Cloud mobile app. And then you can edit opportunities, promote them, close them, and do all of those things within the app. So I'm going to jump in there and let's see some of the things we can do here. I'm going to tap the opportunities button in the lower navigation. This will always take you to a quick summary screen. And this is just showing you the key performance indicators, the KPIs of your current database. So it's showing me all of my open opportunities and their figures. So here's my open value, the weighted value, the number that are open, average age. Wow, that's pretty old. But yeah, it's showing me all of my opportunity details here, or at least a summary. If I click the list or tap the list tab at the top, now it's going to show me a list of all of my opportunities in my database, regardless of whether they're open, closed, who owns them, dates, and everything. It's going to show me a lot of opportunities in here. And so that's why we've added the sorting and filtering options here. So this little down arrow will access two different buttons, the sorting button and the filtering button. So I'm going to sort first. And there's several different sort options. You can sort by date, alphabetically, estimated close dates, and estimated values. I like to sort by estimated close date, and I use this one, past to upcoming, because this just means the date that's furthest in the past to the date that's furthest in the future. It's hard to express that in just one word. But if I choose that and click apply, now it's going to show me all of my opportunities going back as far as 2017. Okay, well, maybe I'm not interested in my closed opportunities. Maybe I only want to see my open opportunities. I'm going to filter by using the filter button here. So again, that down arrow populates these other two buttons, sort at the top, filter at the bottom. I'm going to tap the filter button where you can see there's a lot of different filtering options. You can filter by dates. You can even set custom dates if you want to filter that way. You can filter by status, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to filter by status showing only my open opportunities. But you can also filter by the different processes you use. So I use Act Sales Cycle usually, but if you created your own sales process, like I have one for machinery, you could filter your opportunities that way. You can filter by other users. So I have all my employees here. I'm going to filter just showing my own opportunities. And I'll click OK there. So I have two filters in place. You can also filter by probability and total values. But I'm just going to filter by open status and my own opportunities. When I tap apply here, it adds these two filters to the top. And now it shows that there are 4 opportunities here for me. I can't scroll anymore because there's only 4. And it's showing them not only the ones that I own, but also which one is expected to close first. So I've sorted by estimated close date. And that means the top one is the nearest one to completion. We can also create opportunities. There's several different ways to do that. Again, using this add button in the lower right corner, you can create an opportunity from here. You can go to your opportunities area and tap this opportunities button in the top right corner. Or you can even create them from a contact record. So let's say I have a contact, his name is Ty, and I want to create an opportunity from him. From his detail view, I'll go to his opportunities tab, and it's showing me all of my past opportunities that we've had with him. Notice they're all closed, but I'm going to create an open opportunity. So from this opportunities tab area, I'm going to tap that plus button to open this opportunity. It'll automatically associate this opportunity with that contact. And I'll just create an opportunity record. We'll call this one Oktoberfest 2024. We're going to use the Act Sales Cycle process. I'll begin it in the initial communication. That's my first stage. It's open. Since I already have Ty here as a contact, I'm going to leave that alone. And now I can add any kind of products and services that I want. So this dropdown will immediately pull up the products or services from my products table in my database, which I've been populating ahead of time. So I'm just going to add a few products here. Select a product, and then over in the quantity area, just type in a number. We'll say 300 of those. And then whenever I tap outside that field, it adds that product to the opportunity. And it adds a total value, a subtotal here down below. To add additional products, you just repeat that. Scroll down to the products that you want, tap OK, and then put in a number. And it keeps adding these products. So it's a really simple way to just add the products that you're interested in adding. What I think I want to do is either alphabetize this list or create some sort of a search here within this window. We'll see if we can do that to add additional functionality here to make it easier. But I've added a few products here. My total value has gone up a bit. I'm going to change my probability here to say 10%. Once I do that, my weighted total value gets computed as 10% of the total value. And then I need to add an estimated close date. When do I think we're going to close this opportunity? I'll tap this little calendar, and I'll say we'll close this sometime in November. So let me scroll over to November. We'll just say November 5th. And there, that adds that estimated close date for me. Now I'll tap the Save button at the top, and it's going to create this new opportunity record. And again, instantly, it's creating it in Act Premium Cloud also. So if I'm accessing it on my computer with a browser, I'll see all these details too. Down at the bottom, it always shows me the last person who edited any record and when it was created and who created it. This is the same if I were to go into my contacts area and I go to the About section for contacts, it shows that here as well. So you'll be able to see who's editing and creating contacts by going to the About area. But now I have an opportunity for this contact, and here are the details associated with it. What about when I want to promote or even close some opportunities? Well, I've created my opportunity list here. It's retained my, oh, it didn't retain my filters. I got to do my filters again. I'll have to see if we can fix that. Retain the filters until you clear them would be what I want to do. But I will filter for my opportunities again. So now we're showing my open opportunities, including the new one I just created. So what about promoting an opportunity? We're going to edit an opportunity and then promote it. Let me sort by my most recent. Yeah, it's already doing that. Good. So one of the opportunities that I want to promote is going to be maybe this September Suds opportunity. I'll tap that to go look at its details. And I'm going to edit this opportunity. Currently, it's in a negotiation stage. So I'm going to edit this opportunity and change negotiation to maybe the next one on my list, commitment to buy, and tap OK. When I click Save, it's going to save that automatically for me. Now it's in a commitment to buy stage. From here, I could go to maybe this contact record and say, I need to create a new activity. When they have a commitment to buy, maybe I need to send an invoice. So I'll create that opportunity. We'll call it a to-do. And so I'm quickly doing all this stuff from within Act Premium Cloud. I'll set the date and time later, but I just want to create that. But I just want to show you can quickly do all these things from within the cloud just by viewing certain records. And then the last thing that I think I'll do is close an opportunity. So how does that work? If I'm looking at my opportunity list and I re-engage my sorting options just to show my opportunities. Here we go. Or actually, maybe I'll just show all of my, let's clear this. I'll show all of the employees' opportunities at my company. So maybe there's one that should be closing soon. Let's use this one, Beat the Heat at Mesquite. Maybe this opportunity closed. It was supposed to close, I believe, either today or tomorrow. The same thing applies. You edit the opportunity and then change its status from open to closed. Click OK, click Save, and then this opportunity will now be marked as closed and won. Back in Act, if I look at my reports, or if I go to Act Insight, we'll see that this gets marked as a closed opportunity that we won, and the reports get adjusted appropriately. Back in my opportunities screen, it's not going to appear here on my list anymore because it doesn't apply under the open filter, so it's removed from my list view here. And of course, you can clear individual or multiple filters at any time by just checking that box and removing them. So that's the opportunities area inside Act Premium Cloud Mobile. I think I covered most everything there. Pretty easy to use, pretty straightforward, I think. Finally, I'm going to talk about searching. So we have a global search inside Act Premium Cloud Mobile that will search through contacts, companies, opportunities, history, records. And we have a proximity search that's really super useful if you're traveling a lot and you want to find contacts who are close to your vicinity or close to the vicinity of one of your customers. So let's take a look at that. Let me go back into my phone here, and we'll go to the home screen. From the home screen at the top, there's a little magnifying glass icon. This is your global search. So if you've ever used the universal search in ACT Premium Cloud or even desktop version of ACT, this behaves the same way. Just enter your search term here. I'm just going to search APP and hit enter. When I do that, it's going to look up any contacts who have this text string in their name. It's going to look up all opportunities that have the text string there, APP, any activities. So we have one for customer appreciation, so that qualifies, it shows all my activities, and any history records that have those 3 letters together as well. It even shows me a note. So I have a note here that has the word applied in it, and that's going to show up under my search as well. So very cool search capability, that this global search. Again, it's available. If I go back, it's available at the top of your home screen. And of course, I could have tapped any of those records or those results to view the record details from there. Finally, I want to show you proximity search. So at towards the lower half of your home screen, you'll see this button that says Find Contacts Near You. Okay, when you click that or tap that, it's going to load your phone's map in such a way that it's also using it inside ACT Premium Cloud Mobile. By default, it will take you to your current location. So I'm in Flagstaff, Arizona, and that's why it's put my map at this location. You can zoom in by using these. You can use well, I'm using my mouse button, so that's why it's acting weird. But you can use these 2 buttons to zoom in and zoom out of the map. You could also, I think, do the pinch maneuver. Let me try it with my hand to see if that works. Yeah, that works too. So use the pinch maneuver with your fingers, and that will also perform that zooming function as well. At the top, there's a search button here, and this will let you do several different things. First of all, maybe I want to change my search radius. Currently, it's searching for 25 miles from my current location, but I could change that to say 5 miles or 5 kilometers if you're on metric. When you change that, it will change the size of that search window. So now if I zoom in a lot, you can really see more detail as to where my contacts may exist. Now within that search circle, you'll see these other little circles, and these represent contacts whose addresses exist within your search radius. So if there are 2 letters, these are the initials for that contact. In this case, I misclicked on that. Or you can tap the numbers, which will show you, in this instance, a list of 19 contacts within that specific area. So I have a lot of contacts who are kind of either maybe have the same address or are jumbled or squeezed so close together that from this search elevation, it's not able to distinguish between them. But either way, you can view those contacts records. You zoom in, you can see more detail of them. Now, if I tapped this person's name, it would take me into the contact view for them, where I could now look up their address or make a phone call to them or whatever I need to do. Okay, back in the proximity search area here, one of the other things you can do is you can search for a specific city or a specific location. So this map center area lets you choose the type of search you want to do. So from that dropdown, maybe I'll do a lookup by address. When I choose lookup by address, it gives me another field here where I can enter a lot of different things. I could put in a city name. I could put in a zip code or a postcode. I'll just put in Denver and then click OK. This will take my map over to Denver, and it'll show me all the contacts within my radius centered on Denver. So again, here I could go and view any of these contacts directly. Maybe you don't know where the contact is, but you know their name. If we go back to our search area, I could, instead of looking up contacts by address, I could look them up by the contact's name. So here I will look up, let's look up that new contact I just created, Grady. Type in, as soon as you stop typing, it does that search for me. So here's Grady, here's the new person I just created today. Let's find out where he is. Click OK. So it takes me to Sherman, Texas, where I can see I don't have any other contacts near him. But if I zoom out, maybe I zoom way out and I want to increase the radius of my search from 5 miles to maybe 50 miles or 100 miles or whatever I want it to be. It'll increase that circle and I can see now other contacts begin to appear. Let's make it 100 miles. And it'll increase that search area again. So I can see, all right, well, it's going to take a bit of a drive if I visit Grady to visit any of my other contacts, but here's how I can quickly make that decision to say, oh, is it worthwhile? How many other contacts do I have in the Dallas area? Well, a whole bunch. So maybe it's worthwhile for me when I visit Grady to take an extra day and make that trip, plan my trip this way by using the proximity search feature within Act Premium Mobile. One of the other things you can do here, which I kind of like, is you can just drag your search area anywhere you want. So I know I have some contacts in Albuquerque. I just drag my search circle here over to Albuquerque and Santa Fe. I can just tap this button at the bottom that says search 100 miles from here. When I do that, it's going to perform a search within that radius to locate any contacts that are in that area. So that's another neat way to do searches. You don't have to know the exact city or zip code. You can just drag it around the map and perform a search and adjust your search that way. So that is the Act Premium Cloud Mobile Proximity Search, and really that's Act Premium Cloud Mobile at a very high view. Now remember, this is only available if you're on an Act Premium Cloud subscription. So that's a good reason. If you're on desktop and you're kind of thinking about maybe I should go over to mobile or maybe I should go over to cloud, there's a good reason to do it, another good reason to do it, along with all the other reasons that we've mentioned time and time again. I want to thank you all for joining us today for this webinar. I mentioned this at the start. If you want to view previous webinars that we've delivered, go to www.act.com/explore. And you'll see a screen that has a bunch of videos listed there. You can also sign up for upcoming webinars on this screen. If you'd like to be notified each month when a new webinar is coming out, it's the last Wednesday of each month, but sometimes we need reminders. Go to this webpage to accomplish that. And if you have completed the survey and you forgot to, and you come up with an idea later, oh, I wish they'd do a webinar on this topic, just drop us an email at team@act.com. And subject line, just say webinar idea or something like that. And then give us a little description of what you'd like to see us do a webinar for, and we can make that happen for you. So thanks again. Here are those QR codes again, where you can download Act Premium Cloud Mobile, whether you're in North America or United Kingdom. Just scan those codes in your phone's camera app, and it should give you a link to go directly to there. If you'd like to learn more about our Act Premium Cloud Mobile solutions, go to act.com/mobile, and you'll see some additional information there about the Act Premium Cloud mobile application. So thanks again for joining us. We'll stay on the line here for a few more minutes here and answer any unanswered questions, or if you have other questions, remember, put those in the Q&A panel inside Zoom, and we'll address those shortly. But thanks again, and we hope to see you next month. Bye.